Welcome back to Tralee Scratch Cup 2025, the final round starting at 7. And onto the course comes Damien Fleming and Ray Murphy. And Adrian is playing, he's minus 17, and Ray Murphy is 13. I'm joined by Danny here alongside me. This is Tomo, and we'll be doing the commentary for the final round. I'll hand over to Danny a minute.
Yeah, so like I say, we're watching the final pair, Damien and Ray Murphy. Ray Murphy is considered the greatest of all time, 11 national titles, so... So Ray tees off. Yeah, on the green, about 8 feet for a birdie. Yeah, Damien on the green as well. Small bit short, but close for a birdie.
And Darren Goodall is after gaining a stroke. He's up to 12. And Kieran Earls is a stroke as well. He's after coming up to 11 under. So both players are playing their birdie shots on the first.
Just misses on the low side for Damien. Taps in for his par. Now Ray has a chance to get one back. This will cut to lead to 3 shots if he makes it. Yeah, and gets it. Ray Murphy goes to 14 under.
Playing 51 meters slightly downhill, another hole that looks a lot easier than it is. The green has a lot of hidden slopes, and golf balls will often get an awkward bounce. Putting is very tricky on this hole, with most putts sloping far more than you would expect. The green was rebuilt in the winter of 2023 to lift the left-hand side.
So Ray Murphy after gaining his shot, it's up to minus 14, so he's taking a shot back from Damien on the first, so they're on the second.
Yeah, Ray on the green about 9 feet for birdie. Uphill putt, so he can be aggressive with it. Yeah, Damien pitches towards the back of the green. A bit further away than where it's at.
These two players many times crossing swords. Two of the best in the country. we're watching here in Tralee this evening.
So Damien just off the green, deciding to putt. Doesn't make it. So Ray Murphy has another chance now to get a shot. Just short. Damien taps in for par. Remains 3 shots ahead.
Playing back up toward the clubhouse, this 49-meter hole can be very challenging. A narrow green leaves little room for error from the tee, and if you're chipping from the back of the green, you'll be very lucky if the ball doesn't roll down the other side. The fall off located on the front right will take balls with the slightest bit of spin off the front of a green.
And Jason Cregan has got a stroke back, so he's 14 minus 14 at the moment.
Ray Murphy just on the side of the green, quite a long putt for birdie. Yes, great pitch from David Fleming. About 2 feet downhill. Very makeable birdie opportunity.
So as the boys come up the third, see Adrenaline 17 under, and Ray Murphy and Jason Cregan on 14 under at the moment.
So long putt for Ray Murphy. Should break left or right. Yeah, just slightly underhit it. Now Damon to go 4 shots clear. Very makeable opportunity here. And make it, he does. He goes to 18 under. 4 shots clear. Ray taps in for par.
one of the most scenic holes at Tralee Pitch and Putt. The fourth was once one of the hardest holes on the course. Lined by tall ash trees on either side, this 48-meter pitch is pretty straightforward. The trees are often an obstacle in a player's vision.
Tees off on 4, and it's a great shot. It's a great shot. He leaves himself with about a 2-foot putt for a birdie on the 4th. As Ray comes on to take his shot now on the 4th.
Yeah, a bit short there from Ray. Just off the front of the green. Practically a certain birdie for Fleming here, so he should go to 19 here. There's another look at Damien's pitch. And the right side of the flag, so it was always coming in towards the flag. Damien got a big bounce there from his pitch, but traditionally the 4th green is the hardest green to go, so. Yeah, Ray's just off the green. Long putt for birdie. Yes, he's landed a few feet by. It'll be his turn again. Ray taps in for par. And Fleming taps in for his birdie. He goes 5 shots clear.
The 40-meter 5th hole is no walk in the park. The small hump before the green can cause a distraction, and the left side of the green is heavily sloped. If the pin is on the left, most players will be glad to finish the hole with a par. If the pin is anywhere else, birdies are much easier to come by.
see there's players teeing off the 6, so Ray and Damien just waiting. Close up there, Ray's ball. 1 foot from home.
Damien Fleming for his birdie shot on the 5th. Pull onto the green. He goes. Perfect. That's a brilliant shot by Damien Fleming for a birdie on the 5th.
Ray taps in for his birdie.
The longest hole on the course at 68 meters. The most important thing here is hitting the ball long and straight. The hump located well before the green and makes people think the hole is shorter than it is. But a strong hit is required to get near this green.
Again, Jason Cregan has come up with another birdie.
Fleming on the 6th, 5-shot lead. Just off the back. Maybe a chance for Ray here. On the side of the green, about 10 feet for birdie. This is Damien's birdie again on the 5th. Putt breaking from right to left. Doesn't look like it's going in there, and just falls in. Perfect pace. Six is the longest hole in this course, so it's quite hard to get close to. Big green, big flat green, so they both have opportunities here. Damien deciding to chip. Yes, not his best chip. That's about 3 feet short. Ray had a chance to go to 16. Just at the short. Taps in for his par. Damon for par. Keep it by shot lead. No, he misses it. Slightly pulled. He goes back to 19 under. He still has a 4-shot lead.
In many ways, this hole is very similar to the third. This hole is the same distance at 49 meters. And if you go long here, your chip will need to be perfect to save par, as the green slopes severely toward the tee box.
Back on the 7th, Ray Murphy's tee shot. Fair height into the shot. And it's been a great shot, give him a shot about 3 feet from the pin. No, it's Damien's team from the 7th. He goes off the back on the 7th. As it stands at the moment, it's David Fleming, Jason Cregan, Ray Murphy, Welch, Burns, Goodall, and Regan. 6.
So David chipping on the 7th, from the front of the 7th, so it's uphill chip, so he can be a little bit aggressive with this. And he was aggressive, and he got himself about 3 feet for par maybe. It's still Damien's turn, so. He makes a par putt. It's quite close here now, so he should get a shot back. Ray taps in for his birdie. Now just 3 behind David.
The second hardest hole on the course. This hole is a 56-meter pitch toward one of the most difficult greens. The deep slopes on the left and right of the green will kick slightly wayward golf balls. A very tough green to pitch with some tricky slopes for putting.
this point in time. Damien Fleming is 3 shots ahead of Ray Murphy and 1 shot ahead of Jason Cregan, so it is very close at the moment, and absolutely perfect conditions for pitch and putt here this evening at the Tralee Pitch and Putt course. So Ray Murphy is taking his first shot in the 8.
Yeah, nice pitch onto the back of the green. Left himself about maybe 8 feet for birdie. One of the hardest greens to pitch, the 8. You have to be kind of really straight, left or right, and you just kick down. Damien Fleming tees off. Yes. Yes, very unlucky there. Like I said earlier, for left or right, there's only a small bit left and it's gone all the way down. Just off the green.
So as they come on to the 8, Damien Fleming has a long chip on. Five, 6 feet beyond the hole. So now it's Ray's turn.
So Ray Murphy, over the birdie opportunity. If he makes this, he could lead to 2 shots. So this could be a big moment here. Just left it short. That's 1 or 2 he's left short now. Looked like he had the line, but just a little bit short. Now Damien for par. Yes. Good par down by Damien. Left himself a bit of work to do. Remains 3 shots clear.
The second hardest hole on the course. This hole is a 56-meter pitch toward one of the most difficult greens. The deep slopes on the left and right of the green will kick slightly wayward golf balls. A very tough green to pitch with some tricky slopes for putting.
As we come back to you before Ray Murphy tees off on the 9th, we would like to tell you that Damien Goodall got a hole in 1, so he is 13 under at the moment with Aaron's Welsh.
So Ray Murphy tees off on the 9th. He's on the green. Maybe 5 feet for putt, for birdie maybe. Damien tees off, and just off the back. That can be tricky downhill chips, so Ray's a chance to cut the lead even more. Close up of Damon's line just after back of the net. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. He can get the club on the wall. It looks like once he gets up to the green, this is downhill, so it's a tricky shot. And he hits the lip of the hole. It's more of a power lip, so he's left himself a little bit of work to do. So now we have already cut the lead to 2 shots. He's left a few putts short, the front 9, so he looks quite close here. Just shaves the hole. Quite a large break in that putt. Taps in for his par. Damon off a par to remain 3 shots clear. And he taps in.
The second longest hole on the course is also the first hole with a bunker, which sits short of the green, welcoming any underhit pitches. A steep slope on the right side of the green is used by more experienced players to bring the ball into the middle of the green.
So back again, and it's Damien Fleming, 19.
Just a quick look at another pair there, John Walsh and Jason Cregan. Just finishing off the 10th. And John Walsh makes his putt on the 10th. He's 13 under. Oh, Jason Cregan. He makes his putt in the 10th. Stays at 15 under.
Advisor Damien Fleming's waiting to tee off on the 9th. And once again, let me, as a compliment to the course committee and the course management, they have done a fabulous job on the Tralee Pitch and Putt course over the last couple of weeks, and it's looking pristine condition. Again on the 10th with Ray Murphy taking his tee shot. And it's 16 under.
Yeah, lovely tee shot onto the green. About 3-4 feet for birdie. Jason Creed has gone to second in the meantime, 17 under, just 2 behind Damien.
Oh, good shot.
Yeah. 2 good chances for birdies there.
So Tralee's Jason Cregan's 2 shots off the lead at the moment. Seems to be going well. So if there's any mistake up front, I'd say he will be sitting waiting.
Damien has a downhill putt here. Can be quite fast, so can't really be too aggressive with this one. Left it below the hole, yeah, short. Yeah. It's hard to be aggressive in that putt because you go past the hole there and you're gone off the green, so. So now Ray Murphy for birdie. To get within 2 shots of Damien. We just hear Jesse Craig has gone to 18 under. 1 by Damien.
Oh yeah. Ray Murphy puts away a shot for birdie, which brings him back up to 17 under. Jason Cregan on 18 under.
A 52-meter downhill pitch to a raised green with a bunker short. The green slopes from the front of the green toward the back, and any balls that land after the halfway point may have trouble stopping. This brings the bunker into play and places an emphasis on accuracy.
So we're on the 11th. Ray Murphy taking his tee shot.
Yeah, lovely tee shot. About 3 feet from the pin. There's been 3 hole-in-ones in the 11 today, so one of these players don't have one now. Damien tees off. Practically a very similar shot, so they're both about 3 feet from the pin. 2 very makeable birdie opportunities.
Can we commend our cameraman for today? The 2 guys are doing Trojan work out there with their cameras. Great play, great following of the play by both of them.
John Walsh has gone to 16 under now, so can't be ruled out either. It's ready to put first, that's it. So Ray for birdie to go to 18 under. Oh, that swung. That really turned that putt. Such a sharp putt, but a big turn. It's a great opportunity there. Damien with a chance to go 2 shots clear. Yeah, and he gets the putt. That moved up quite a bit as well, so even though those sharp putts, they were quite tricky.
The signature hole at Tralee Pitch and Putt, a 2-tiered green that severely slopes to the right. The hump at the front can kick shorter pitches in any direction. The hole is a lot easier with the pin on the bottom tier, but putting can still be tricky. This hole can get away from you if you're not careful.
So Damien Fleming, beautiful shot there on the 12th, pinned down the hollow. So there's been a few hole ones there today, and it's next to the birdie opportunity, short put uphill. Now Ray playing the 12th. Yes, lovely shot. It's coming down very slowly, but yeah. The stop shot, you know, so
The brakes came on.
parachute birdie here. So Ray taps in for his birdie. Now Damien with at 2 feet uphill. Damien taps in for his birdie, goes to 21 under. 3 shots clear of the field.
The only green on the course you can't see from the tee box, meaning pitching to this hole requires a lot of feel. If you don't get up the hill at the front, you'll be left with a very tough second shot. Being on the green is a bonus, but there's plenty of deceiving slopes that make putting difficult.
18 off and 13. Great pitch, about 4 feet short. Uphill putt. Great opportunity for Damien. All right. Right, he's off on the green, yeah, about 6 feet of birdie. So both Kieran Narrows and John Walsh have gone to 17 under. And Jason Krieg has gone to 19 under. Just one behind Damien. So it's Ray to putt first there. Beautiful putt from Ray Murphy. Goes to 19, yeah. Now Damien to answer him back. Good opportunity to go to 21. No, took a little bobble and was left it a bit short. So it's really tightening up now at the top of the lead.
Another short hole that is a test of a player's pitching ability. A bunker sits short of the green, and a large drop at the back welcomes pitches that were hit a little too hard. The green slopes heavily away from the tee box, so balls will often skip off the green and down the back.
Fourteenth hole, Ray Murphy teeing off. On the green, above the hole, downhill putt, breaking slightly right to left. So Damien teeing off. Oh, needs to stop. No, it's gone all the way down. A little unlucky there. Left himself an uphill chip. tricky uphill chip, has to get up quick, looking into the sun. Gets it up in the air, lips out the whole bit of a power lip again. So now Ray Murphy has a chance to get within one of the lead. Right. To tie the lead, so. Quite a fast putt, right to left. A little bit nice break in this. Puts it out there, comes back and hits it. Great putt.
Great putt.
So now we're his joint leader with Damon. A little bit of tidying up for Damon. Taps in for his par.
A 44-meter uphill pitch to a fairly flat green, with two bunkers set up in front of the green. The green slopes heavily at the front and right. This hole plays easiest when the pin is on the back portion of a green.
On the 15th with Ray Murphy in his first shot on the 15th.
Just off the back of the green. That'll be quite a fast downhill putt from there. About 10 feet. Perhaps an opportunity now for Damien. Nice pitch, about 5 feet for birdie. So standings at the moment, Damien and Ray Murphy both 20 under. Jason Creegan 19 under. Looks like he's going to be a close finish. Ray Murphy just off the back of the green takes out the flag. Looks like he's going to chip it.
Oh, he missed it. He totally missed his chip there. Murphy given a chance to Adrian Fleming for his birdie on the 15th. Great, absolutely great shot from Damien Fleming. Put it back in front again. Ray Murphy for his par on the 15th. gets his par on that. Which Damien is one shot lead.
The hardest hole on the course. From an elevated tee, the player must pitch the ball 50 meters toward the relatively small green. Short, and the player risks going into the bunker. Long or off to the sides, and the sides of the green will kick the ball off at least a few feet. Easily the toughest green to pitch.
So, in the final round, Jason Cregan has dropped a shot. He's back to 18 under. Ray Murphy's on 20 under. And Damien Fleming on 21 under. There was some reading of the shot by Damien Fleming for the birdie. Earls has finished on 17. And Welsh on 17 under. Finished, sorry, Blake. Tony. That's
So Damien pitched just off the left hand side of the green. Now Ray Murphy. Pitch towards the back of the green, just off the back. Probably the hardest pitch on the course, the 16th, it's index 1. You don't see too many balls hitting the green and staying there.
So here we are on the 16th. With a pitch on by both players. Advantage is probably with Damien Fleming on this one. He's closer in and better angle. And Ray Murphy's playing it straight into the sun, which will make it just a bit harder than him. Shot for birdie coming up. Pitch up and just ran past the hole. About 6 feet past the hole. Which leaves it to Ray Murphy for his, or for Adrian Fleming for his chance at a birdie on the 16th. What a brilliant shot. Absolutely brilliant shot. Chipped by Adrian Fleming to bring him to, that brings him to 22, and Ray Murphy on 20. Yes.
Yes, this for par. Great chip from Damien Fleming there. Reminds me of Rosemary chipping. So Ray for par. This is a must.
Oh, when he rolls past.
Shaved the hole. There's now 3 behind Gaming. 2 holes left.
2 holes left.
It's a big ask.
53 meters toward one of the longest greens on the course. 17 is a hole the experienced player will be expecting to birdie more often than not. A single bunker is set up in front of the green, and while more skilled players can easily avoid it, it can be very tough to get out of. A large hill sits on the right side of the green.
Here we are in the 17th to Damien Fleming. Came off. And he gets a bounce that brings him to the far side of the green downhill putt.
Or as we said, it's the penultimate hole. So way to pitch now. Could do with a one at this stage. And almost
oh
a
my
winner.
God.
Almost a winner.
Almost a winner.
Pitch right in front of the hole, just ended up on a beautiful pitch. Badly needed. 2 shots behind, so.
Absent.
Just 1 shot behind now. But Damien a chance to make it 2. That bobbled and everybody hit it. And leaves it short. Taps in for his par. Takes a 1-shot lead to the last hole.
The 18th is situated right in front of the clubhouse, and in many ways, it's a hole similar to the 16th.
Sorry, my
Long
mistake
or off
there.
to the side,
Damien
and
takes
the
a
player
2-shot
will be
lead to
left
the
with a
last.
tough second shot. Short, and the player will find the steep bunker.
So here we are at the final hole, and it's Adrian Fleming 22 under, Ray Murphy 20, and we're on the 18th. Jason Cregan finished on 18 under, Alice 17.
So the last hole, Rose, we said to say, a nation holds its breath.
There's Ray Murphy's tee shot.
Just off the back of the green. 18th one, the hardest greens in the world. So now Damien. A good pitch here will seal Dublin.
Oh, he's dead on the green.
That is a good pitch.
That's a great
Back of the
pitch.
green, so that should be that.
And as they come down to the final hole, it has been some round of pitch and putt by all those who took part in the final round. Some great displays all round.
We'd like to thank Full Time Productions for their service today. It's been amazing to watch. It's like watching the PGA Tour on Sky Sports. So absolutely great coverage.
For Kevin and the 2 cameramen, 10 out of 10, definitely. Ray Murphy's for his birdie on the 18th.
Just leaves it short. He knew as soon as he hit it. So Ray just going to finish out, leave Damien at the last spot. So Ray finishes on 20 under, Damien's 22, and this for a birdie.
Goes for it, just runs off. There he finishes. So the winner of the Tralee Pitch and Putt Scratch Cup, Damien Fleming on 22 under, and second Ray Murphy on 20 under. And what has been a fabulous day on the pitch being pristine condition, thanks to all the staff of the Pitch and Putt, all the volunteers and all the hard work they put in. And as Danny has already said, 10 out of 10 for the engineer and the cameramen that followed the round from start to finish. They were absolutely brilliant. And we've just told that the cameras will be at the presentation and they will be doing it live, so anybody who wants to get on film, including Rosemary, who was plaguing us here for the last quarter of an hour, more than welcome into the clubhouse after. Thank you from Danny and myself. We'll hang it up here.
First of all, thanks to Tom. You wouldn't have heard me without the mic. Yeah, I won't keep you long, lads. Cheers to everybody who played today. I think it was a big success. Thanks to everybody who worked on the course. There was a lot of people, too many to mention. Same as last week. I'll mention Roger anyway. But in all fairness, there was a lot of people put in a lot of work. Yeah, there'd be too many to mention, but these things kind of only happen successfully when every club member gets involved. And yeah, thanks to everybody who gave a hand with the preparation. Thanks to Burr as well and Mary for running the shop. The hospitality makes a difference. Massive thanks to Full Time Productions, the three lads, they're here since 7:30, 8 o'clock this morning. I don't think I've ever seen Pitch and Putt covered like that. I know people say it's only a scratch cup, but it kind of shows what can be done when the right people are behind it, and I just hope that the lads are given a bigger opportunity going forward anyway. Thanks as well to Tomo and Danny for the commentary. It added an extra flavour. We'll start off so with the prizes. And the 36-hole hole-in-one prize went to Barry Morrissey. Next up then is the ladies' net, which went to Charlotte Blake, 96 net. Where's Eamon? Eamon? Yeah. The ladies' gross then went to Eileen McCarthy from Deer Park. She had 1, 2, 3. And Junior B then went for 36 holes only, went to James Foley from Deer Park, 114. Next up then, Junior Final 18, John Fitzgerald, Tralee. Next up then, second in Junior, Gavin Delan, Tralee. And the winner, last comp as a junior, it's Pa Brown. He won by 14.
First off, I'd like to thank the lads. The course is in great condition. Greens are unbelievable. Couldn't say anything wrong with the course. I'd like to thank the lads for doing the refreshments and stuff, keeping everyone happy, and my playing partners. Thanks very much.
On to the intermediates then, and the winner of the final 18 was Brian Murphy from Raffing Creek. Intermediate second, his first comp was intermediate, Tony Blake. And yeah, he cut the aprons this morning. I'm surprised his arms could manage it, but the winner, Michael Cray.
First of all, I'd like to thank everybody in the course community for working hard all week on the course. It was looking great for the county last week, but it was much better now this week. In fairness, I didn't think it would go up on the level that it did. I'd like to thank Jason and Burr for doing the teas and coffees here. I'd like to thank all my playing partners today. Yeah, it's great to win your own Scratch Cup, so I'm happy you're doing this.
Moving on to the senior then, the winner of the senior final 18 with 46 was Kieran Earls from Brough. Third in the senior then was myself. Second, Ray Murphy from St. Anne's. And the winner, associate member, I think, Damien Fleming.
Look, I suppose I know eventually, so I just credit the boys for the work's going there. I think it's far superior at the moment to any course in Kerry. So fair play to you, the other two scratch cups in Kerry. You've gone off so far this year, so the work that you're doing. And I know Jason drives a lot of that work, but I know there's a lot of behind the scenes as well. You won't come over any day of the week and I'll see Roger cutting a blade of grass. So congrats to Tralee, the boss of Super League, and hopefully going to keep improving. Jason and Bear and Mary, Ian's word. I've been running tab. I've been running tab in there at this side. It was all about $2 grand. But you know, thanks a million. It adds to the day. I know people love coming back every year for it, so you know, fair play for that. My playing partners, Kieran and Brian this morning, and Ray in the final round. I don't think we can get three better players with what their pedigree and what they've won every game. So you know, it's just nice to be able to play and to go toe-to-toe. To all the winners, to the sponsors. Won't mention that, and to this hurling in North and South, so thanks for their, I'm sure Tralee are glad of the sponsorship. Look, it would be remiss of me not to mention that we've all lost a good friend today. So I don't dedicate Scratch Cups, but I dedicate that to them.
Scratch Cup is on here at the bank holiday Monday in August for anybody who'd like to give another go, and safe home to everyone.